James Harden and the Houston Rockets taking on Domantas Sabonis and the Indiana Pacers, owners of a hot start to this NBA season. And early on, Domantas Sabonis playing some hot defense on DeMarcus Cousins as he goes up for the rejection. Watch it one more time. We freeze it for you. Nothing but pumpkin on that one. Indiana, meanwhile, goes on a 19-4 run. Malcolm Brogdon, a little layup, but then it's Justin Holiday stealing the ball and throwing down the jam in transition as nobody can run him down. He had 20 points, 5 rebounds on the game at the half. Indiana up by 6. Fourth quarter, John Wall drives and hits the layup, and this gives Houston the lead. Wall had 28 points and 3 assists, but Indiana manages to put the game away. Malcolm Brogdon, the three-pointer, to take the lead with less than 2.5 to go. Then when Brogdon misses a layup, guess who's there for the tip-in? It's Sabonis, making it a 2-possession game. Brogdon had a career-high 35 points. Sabonis 22 and 12 boards. Indy gets the win. Your final score 114-107. The Orlando Magic are one of the surprise teams early in the season, off to a 5-2 start, taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers. Early on, well, not good news for Orlando. This is Markelle Fultz, who's been off to a hot start to the season, falling in a heap on the floor here. It's a left knee injury. Fultz would leave eventually on a wheelchair and not return. Stick and stay on NBA.com for updates on his condition. On the other end, Andre Drummond's condition is above the rim and throwing down. He had 19 points, 15 rebounds. Cleveland up by 9. Terrence Ross stepped back, drilled a 3. He had 20 points. Then Nikola Vucevic hits a little lefty hook shot. And at the half, Orlando surges back in front, 51-45. Third quarter, Dwayne Bacon driving baseline and sizzling with this little reverse layup. Then it's Terrence Ross, three-pointer plus the whistle. He'd make the free throw, and check out Orlando. They're starting to push out to a nice lead. Vucevic in the post, jump hook goes. He had 16 points on the game, and the Magic roll on. They get another win. Your final score in this one, 105. Philadelphia 76ers taking on the Washington Wizards, and Seth Curry comes into this game second all-time in NBA history, three-point percentage behind just Steve Kerr, and he started off the game on absolute fire, 5 of 5 from deep in the first quarter. Meanwhile, Bradley Beal going off in the first half. Russell Westbrook hit him, and he got the 3 in the corner. Then Beal drains just another three-pointer. Finished the first half with 32 points. Sixers staying hot from behind the three-point line. That's Joel Embiid knocking one down. Then with the shot clock winding down, Danny Green steals the inbound pass and makes the three-pointer just before the half. And Sixers cooking. It's 82-67. Bradley Beal, three-pointer from the wing plus the foul. What a night for Beal. Off the Philadelphia turnover. Beal finishes with the fast break layup on the other end. That ties his career high of 55. Then Beal sinks the long fadeaway jumper, and we're tied at 124 in the game. Joel Embiid coming up clutch on both ends. Beal drives, but he's blocked by Embiid. Then off an inbound pass, Embiid hits a 3 at the top of the key. A new season high for Embiid. He had 38. Beal had a cool 60 in this one. Philly gets the win in a thriller. Your final score, 141-136. After a hot start, the Atlanta Hawks have hit a bit of a bump in the road, losing 2 straight games tonight. Trae Young and company take on Gordon Hayward and the Charlotte Hornets, and Hayward getting the pass from LaMelo Ball and knocking down the 3. Then Miles Bridges finding Hayward in the corner for another 3. Off a loose ball, Hornets in transition. Devontae Graham lobs it up, and there's Hayward for the throwdown. He had 25 points at the half. How about that? Charlotte up by 19. Hawks storm back in the third. Kevin Huerter for the deep 3. Then DeAndre Hunter misses the layup, but who's there? Clint Capella's there, and he just tips it right on in. Then Hunter finds John Collins inside for the layup, plus the foul. He'd make the free throw. He had 23 points and 11 rebounds on the game. The Hawks in front by 1, but Gordon Hayward, such a star, powers Charlotte to victory. Hits the jumper there, then pump fakes, gets to a nice little spot there, knocks down the tough fadeaway jumper. He had a career high 44 points, and Charlotte gets the W. Your final score, 102-94. For tonight's Boston-Miami game, both teams kneeling during the national anthem in response to the attack on our nation's capital today. Before the game, both teams released a statement citing the D.C. riots and the recent Jacob Blake shooting decision. We start you off with game action in the fourth quarter. Jimmy Butler, nice little turnaround there. He had 26 points and 8 rebounds. Miami up by 1. Marcus Smart to Jaylen Brown for the 3. Jaylen Brown, 21 points, 12 rebounds. We got a tight game. Jason Tatum hits the step-back 3. He had 27 points and 5 rebounds. Boston's up by 5. Less than 20 seconds to go now. Goran Dragic misses the 3. Bam Adebayo rebounds and passes out to Dragic. He does not miss that one, and we're tied at 105. 6 seconds left. Marcus Smart going for the layup. This one doesn't go, but Peyton Pritchard there for the putback with 0.2 seconds left in the game, and Boston up by 2. Now, off the inbounds, Jimmy Butler goes for Bam, but Robert Williams there to break up the pass, and Boston gets a tight win. Your final score in this one, 107-105.
Pistons and Bucks getting together on Wednesday night, and after the tip, kneeling in solidarity and in protest of social injustice. And after the moment, they got to doing what they do best. And for Giannis Antetokounmpo, that means general domination, sometimes from outside the arc, more likely this way. Flying to the rim for an easy dunk. Bucks feeling it from three-point range. It's Bryn Forbes knocking down the 3 from the corner. Chris Middleton has been known to hit a tray on occasion. And then Bobby Portis feeling it as well. Portis had 16 and 11 boards. The Bucks as a team were 12 of 19 in the half from the great beyond, and they led by 26 at the half. Second half, more of the same. Giannis, big Euro step. He had 25. Chris Middleton knocks down another 3. He had 23 to go with 5 boards and 7 assists. The Bucks have won 3 in a row, 4 of their last 5. Detroit is off to a 1-7 start. Zion Williamson and the Pelicans on their home floor in the Big Easy, entertaining the Oklahoma City Thunder on Wednesday night. And three-pointers would play a large role for both teams. The Thunder had the feeling collectively. Darius Bazley knocks down the 3 there. 15 of his 20 came in the third quarter. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. As a team, OKC knocked down 19 threes. That's a season high. Pelicans doing it from in the paint, or at least in the lane. Zion first, then Lonzo Ball to Steven Adams. The former OKC big man had his first career triple-double, 10 points, 11 boards, and 10 assists. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander putting it on the floor. Bucket and the foul. He had 21 and 9 assists. More importantly, game tied at 106. Here's Zion. He's going to work. He had 29 on 12 of 17 shooting, and the Pels have a 1-point lead. 17 seconds to go. Thunder down 1. George Hill puts it on the deck into the Pels defense. He's fouled, would knock down both free throws. Stan Van Gundy's team down by 1 with 7 seconds to go. Pels, Brandon Ingram to Nickeil Alexander-Walker. New Orleans just 4 of 22 from 3. OKC is now 3-1 on the road. They get the win 111-110. To Phoenix, where the Raptors and Suns stood together in unity and in protest of social injustice before they knocked heads on the floor in the desert. Good start for Pascal Siakam. It has not been a great start to the season, but he got it going early on with a little jump hook, and then Siakam working out of the post again. He went for 32 and 9 boards on the night. Raptors off to a miserable start generally. Kyle Lowry pushing it in for the layup and the foul. He went for 24, and it's a 4-point game at the half. Third quarter, Chris Paul to Jay Crowder, and he was a factor in this game. 6 of 9 from beyond the arc. He went for 21. Suns on the run. Chris Paul to Devin Booker for 3. Booker then pulls up and knocks down another 3. The Suns were 21 of 40 from out there as a team. And then Booker knocks down the little mid-range bank shot as well. Phoenix wins it 123-115. They've won 5 of 6. Toronto off to a 1-6 start. Clippers were in San Francisco Wednesday night to meet the Warriors. The two teams knelt together in peaceful protest and in stark contrast to what the nation saw in Washington, D.C. earlier on Wednesday. Second night of a back-to-back for the Clippers. Paul George off to a little bit of a slow start. He did have 21. Steph Curry averaged 37 his last 5 games coming in. He had a light night, just 13. We move to the second half. James Wiseman turns it over. Paul George up top to Kawhi Leonard, who comes down with the alley-oop and one. And then PG, step-back jumper. It falls. Clippers with a little breathing room, up by 7. On the other end, Warriors not done yet. Andrew Wiggins, a step back of his own, 3 of his 19 on the night. Golden State had a 1-point lead, but the Clips made the big plays late. Kawhi, free throw line jumper is pure, and then Kawhi weaving his way through the dubs for 2 of his 21 on the night. Clippers come away with the win, 108-101. De'Aaron Fox and the Kings dragging a 3-game losing streak to the gym with the Bulls in town. And bad luck for Fox early on, trying to guard Kobe White, and tweaks the right hamstring, and he was done for the night. Sacramento still up by 3 at the half, third quarter. Pick and roll. Glenn Robinson III to Marvin Bagley Jr. He had 21 and 12. Bulls coming off a 20-point comeback win over Portland on Tuesday night. Their young stars were big. Kobe White with a career-high 36. Zach LaVine goes for 32 and 7 boards, and it's a 1-point game. Buddy Hield only had 10 on the night, but picked a good time for that 3 and the foul. Then it's Hield to Tyrese Halliburton, already looking like he might be the steal of the draft. He had 17, 7 boards, 6 assists, and no turnovers. Kings end that losing streak 128-124. Steady, go! Here are your NBA.com top plays from Wednesday. At number 10, the Pacers off to a 6-2 start. Malcolm Brogdon playing a huge role in that start. Look at him go, off to a career-high 35 points. At number 9, the Utah Jazz had a rough go of it in New York on Wednesday, but Mitchell doing some good work here on the spin as he finishes for Utah despite the loss to the Knicks. At number 8, big night for Tobias Harris, who scored his 10,000th career NBA point. Danny Green knows where to find Mr. 10K at the rim on the alley-oop. To number 7, Gordon Hayward had a career-high 44 for the Hornets, but Terry Rozier is stealing the show here. Look at this finish from right side to left. How does he possibly get that to go? Because he's good. At number 6, Raul Neto giving up about a foot to Joel Embiid, but it's the foot speed from the big fella that wins this race. Embiid swatting away Neto's shot to land at number 6. At number 5, the Demolition Man, David Nwaba, destroying the rim, and a little bit of the Pacers' soul in the process. At number 4, Ben Simmons to Embiid. We saw him on the defensive end, then we see him dunking on Thomas Bryant and every member of his extended family. Ouch. At number 3, how about some Sabonis coverage? DeMontis stepping up defensively to stop DeMarcus Cousins, playing like an all-star as he was last year. At number 2, if I were a tree playing for the Orlando Magic, I would be a birch. Kem Birch, put back dunk off the Gary Clark miss. Timing is everything. Speaking of which, at number 1, crunch time in Miami. Celtics with a chance. Marcus Smart, no. Peyton Pritchard, yes. Peyton in the right place at the right time, and he gets a game winner in his 9th NBA game, and number 1 on our top plays.